contemner, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli is sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. Mr. Masengeli is ordered to submit himself to the Commissioner General of Kenya Prisons to ensure that he is to be committed to a prison facility to commence serving sentence of the imprisonment imposed. In the event that he does not submit himself to the Commissioner General of Prison Service as ordered, the Cabinet Secretary for the National Interior must take all steps that are necessary and permissible in law to ensure Mr. Gilbert Masengeli is committed to prison to commence serving the sentence imposed on him. The court, nevertheless, finds it desirable to impose this sentence as a coercive order as opposed to a punitive order. In that regard, Mr. Masengeli may avoid serving this sentence, and therefore, in that regard, the court shall suspend this sentence for 7 days only. The Acting Inspector General of Police can redeem himself and comply by availing himself before this court in person to answer to the issues he has been avoiding. In default, the sentence shall automatically become effective.
Thank you so much. The video you have seen there is very clear that Mr. Masengeli was sentenced to 6 months, but there was a condition which was given. This is after he failed to provide himself to court. How many times? 7 times. And we wonder, if the chief of the police refuses to surrender to the police, what about the normal citizen or the normal people around who just unaweza shikwa na polisi akwambie mimi hakuna mahali utanipeleka? Because if the police himself decides to disagree with court openly, it sends a very strong message, especially to the Kenyans right now. Because why are these people not trusting or not responding to these court orders? Because they don't respect the courts in a way that they just do it openly and then they go defending themselves somewhere in a press or something. Because this police officer is the one who has been the watch where we have seen human rights violations. We have seen brutal abductions, brutal killings, and brutal shootings in the last few months. And it was under the watch of this Mr. Masengeli. And now when he has been summoned to the court, he refuses. That sends a very strong message that we need to really wake up and realize that we are in a mafia state, like where court orders are not being respected anymore. So here is what the police officer or the police just said.
Human right has to be respected, and this rule of law. We are in a democratic country, and I want us also to differentiate from the normal arrest and abduction. When you are arrested by police officer, you are taken to the police cells, investigation launched. When the evidence allows, you be taken to the court of law, then to the prison if you are convicted.
You are a convict. The court will decide on that. Are you ready for the outcome?
We cannot discuss matters before God.
But Mr. Masengeli was very quick to defend himself. He came out in public and said that abductions were not done by the police and the rule of law, and we must differentiate these things which the court is making allegations of, because there's a difference between police arrest and abductions which are happening in the recent days. But the question is, how comes we can see unmarked vehicles, people with guns just doing the arrest in public? That sends a very strong message, because who are they then? Who are these people who are doing these abductions? And that's what Mr. Masengeli just defended himself with this afternoon.